Please inhale fully and exhale. Relax physically, mentally, and this afternoon we'll go through this very concise Guru Yoga. So this will help us to increase our practice. Also, special purification. This will get more purification, how to purify the body, our spirit, our mind, and then touch with our innate nature of the mind. And you have heard of Vajrayana meditation or Tantric meditation. This is the essence of the Vajrayana, Tantric practice. Some are very long, you chant for a day, whole day. But here you can do it within 10 to 15 minutes. So very concise, very rich, profound. Good. I go to different places, give talk, sometimes meditation, such as chanting mantras, recitations, read the long sadhana of Guru Yoga. So there people ask me, in this busy life, I don't have much time to spend, chant. And so, this is not just my own creation. This is something I put together based on the profound teachings of the lineage, especially Gyaltshen. And so then, after I taught this, I explained to the people, different places. And then some people said it's very helpful to relax. And again, I just said that you can use this in any different places. Or sometimes if your mind is so agitated, so in this modern life, exhausted, difficult to relax. So I say, if you do this practice in the evening, it gives you a sense of how to relax. Through that, you will also get good benefit to sleep better. So quite different people said, yes, these are very helpful. So I'm sharing this. Those who are interested. And those who have more to other practices, of course, then you can choose whatever you like. I'm not imposing, say you have to do this. But we go through this, and then we can do practice together. Okay. If you have any questions, we can do this. And Gyaltshen, not many teachers will explain, tell you, Gyaltshen, who's Gyaltshen, Like say, Rinpoche is very famous. Many people know Rinpoche. As well as say like Longchenpa, very famous. Tsongkhapa, very famous, because the leaders, they explain who they are, And Buddhism rarely mentions by different teachers, So mostly I try to explain this, So Buddhism actually was the rebirth, reincarnation of Buddha. We say Nagarjuna, here we have Nagarjuna's rebirth. But there are many accounts that he was the rebirth of the Buddha. We'll also explain later. First, the Kyobpa who wrote the jewel ornament of liberation. Kyobpa, he come to know because of his writing, the jewel ornament of liberation. This is Kyobpa. And then also being a direct disciple of Milarepa. It is. Kyobpa, one of his previous life, he was born at the time of Buddha. He was called, in Tibetan, he was called Dayu. In Sanskrit, Chandra Prabhava Kumara. The moonlight, youthful Bodhisattva. So when Buddha was in Rajgir, Rajgir? Have you been to India? Rajgir. Rajgir is where the Buddha taught the Panjana Paramita Sutra, the Heart Sutra. Just next, close by, down there. Rajgir means kingdom. It's a place with the king Bibhisara, one of the most prominent pattern of Buddha, a disciple, direct disciple of Buddha as well. So that area, Kyobpa was born that area, the Chandra Prabha Kumara. So then he became the disciple of Buddha, and then many other bodhisattvas. So one day, or one time, he requested Buddha to teach Samadhi Raja Sutra. Have you heard of that? Samadhi Raja Sutra. It's the king of the the king of the meditative sutra. It's all about the Mahayana teachings, especially Mahamudra teaching. So Buddha taught this teaching for days. So during that time, there are so many bodhisattvas, monks, and lay people, so many. So after Buddha taught all those teachings about this Samadhi Raja Sutra, then at the end, so now I explain these teachings all to you. Now who will he, Buddha asked all the audience, in the future, who will take the responsibility to promote this teaching to the public? So nobody could come up, say, yes, I will do this. So then, since nobody could come up, so then that Bodhisattva, Chandra Prabha Kumara, he stood up. He said, in the future, I will promote this teaching. As soon as when he said this, then many bodhisattvas around, then they raised their hand. So when you promote these teachings in the future, we will also come to help you. And then, after this, then Buddha himself said, I will also come to promote this teaching in the future. Okay, so relation to this, then in that sutra, Buddha prophesies the coming of the Kyobpa in the future. So then when Kyobpa was in Tibet, first of course his life story is in the Jewel Ornament of Liberation. He studied complete traditional Atisha teachings that Atisha brought. But Atisha, he found the Kadampa school. So Kyobpa studied all that. So the Gyaltshen, the Konchog training, and the scholarship. All the teaching. He studied from many Kadampa great teachers. Then after that he went to see Milarepa. Because during that time, the Kadampa school, they teach all wonderful sutra system teaching so much. But Vajrayana is restricted. Because that time, Vajrayana was very controversial. During those times, those who study Vajrayana sutra system, especially Vinaya, you cannot practice so much Vajrayana. Those who practice Vajrayana, they cannot practice Vinaya. In Vajrayana, you see drinking alcohols, consumption of meat, and then sexual unions of this kind of something like it is supposed to be. And in the sutra, this all forbidden, especially Vinaya. So that's why in Kadampa school, Vajrayanas, well, there's some few, little bit, but generally restricted. So because of this, after Kyobpa understanding all the sutra system in the Kadampa school, then he went to see Milarepa. He was full-ordained monk. He went to see Milarepa. And Milarepa was very pleased to see Kyobpa was coming. Milarepa knows that he is a great practitioner. And if he receives the teachings from Milarepa, they will really flourish Buddha's teaching so much. So after meeting Milarepa, Kyobpa received all the Vajrayana teachings, like the 6 years of Naropa, chakra, chamas, all those, and all the highest yoga tantra, like say Vajra, Chakra Samvara, Guya Samaja, all those teachings. He received all those teachings. And Milarepa also talked according to him. Before meeting Milarepa, Kyobpa could meditate. He has such great shamatha, samadhi meditation. He could maintain the meditation for days without eating food, even sleep. Sometimes for 30 days, he didn't need to sleep or eat food because his whole system maintained by this meditation. So after meeting Milarepa, then Milarepa gave him the Tumu practice because of his powerful meditation, the samadhi that he has. Within a day, he could achieve the realization of the Tumu. See, producing the heat, and then all the chakra channel practices totally transformed into enlightened nature. So he studied with Milarepa quite for some time, over years. And Milarepa, so during this time, if you read his life story, there's a lot of. One time he saw 1,000 Buddha of this Kyobpa in the center of Buddha Shakyamuni. In his vision, he saw, he was very excited. Oh, wonderful to see all these Buddhas. He went to see Milarepa, said, I saw all those Buddhas. Milarepa was not excited. Oh, that's wonderful. He did this wonderful. Oh, okay. It's neither good nor bad. Go ahead, still practice. He returned to his retreat cave. Even though my teacher didn't say it's wonderful, but I feel good. So like that, then he saw Hervajana directly. Still Milarepa didn't say these are very good. So then after all these experiences, meditations, all this, then Milarepa said, now you have received all my teachings. You got also a vision of Dharmakaya. You also got a vision of this Kaya. Now not too soon, not too late, or not too long after, you will see Dharmakaya. So now you go to Central Tibet, back there, do meditations. Don't wander here and there. So then Kyobpa left Milarepa. Next morning, Milarepa gathered all his disciples and he told all the disciples, last night I had such a great dream, Milarepa said. From my side, a giant vulture flew, and that vulture landed on a big mountain. And then that vulture is gathered by so many geese. In Tibet, the geese are yellow, yellow colored geese. Then after some time, those geese fly in the sky. Each geese gathered at least like 500 geese. After some time, whole space filled with the geese. He said, I am a yogi. After me, the Kyobpa will gather so many monks. So Milarepa was so happy. He was so pleased. I, as a yogi, I served Buddha's teaching. So that's how Kyobpa. So anyhow, he went to Dharmakaya where Milarepa prophesied you go there. He went there, he meditated, then he taught the teachings. And so many disciples gathered. Some are so great teachers. The first Kyobpa was there, is disciple of Kyobpa. And the Pamutuda, the teacher of Chitta Suggu. And there's another teacher. They're all highly accomplished in the meditation. And then especially those three, they call the three guys from the Kham area. They gathered those three. And one of them said, today let's do a Gana Chakra, the Gana Chakra offerings. And we have to use the alcohol for chop offerings. And Mahamudra said, be careful. Here, the monastic discipline is very tight, not so easy. We better not do this. The friend, he said, oh, it's okay, we can do it because we are followers of this, no? We must do Vajragini Kana Chakra, And they did, using the alcohol, but they could totally transform it into nectar. Not ordinary, totally into the stainless ambrosia or unafflicted ambrosia. But anyhow, so then there were Vajra songs, teachings, the singing, And then the discipliner noticed that, and he was furious. How dare you can do this over here, this area. This, he said, it's all the alcohol consumption is totally forbidden. You cannot do this. And then Mahamudra explained how they were doing Kanachakra, not in an ordinary way. We are doing something, that we three have this ability to transform into nectar. And he said, don't talk too much. Get out of here. This is not the place you can do these things. And they begged so much. Then at the end said, no, if you're not allowing us to stay here, but at least can we see our teacher, Kyobpa? So we want to say goodbye to him. And the discipline was so strong. And no, you cannot see him. You just leave this place. And then they said, now it's so dark. We cannot see the road, it's so dark. So can we leave in the morning? As soon as the dawn breaks, can we leave there? And he said, yes, that time you must go. There's no place here. So right early in the morning, then they left. So that time, Kyobpa was staying way up on the mountain. There's his own cave. Yes. Then he prepared offerings, and during that time, the shrine was shaking like earthquake and making a lot of noise here and there. And the birds are flying down on the hill. And they thought, what is happening? Must be something going on. So he asked one of his attendants to come here. See, look at here, something is going on. Oh, what's happening? Just look. So the monk, his attendant, went down and he saw these three guys are going down. And he just came back and said, Kyobpa, what's happening? At that time, Kyobpa, if these three disciples goes, they are not ordinary people. They have been practicing for many lifetimes. If they don't stay here and I'm going, I also don't have to, I am not used to stay here. I should go also. So he packed his back, and then he took his on his back and then left. Way down there, then when they can see each other, Kyobpa, they can see Kyobpa and Kyobpa can see them. Then from distance, Kyobpa thought maybe if I say come back, they will come back. So Kyobpa sang the song. In the Rain of Wisdom, there's a song about that. Then Kyobpa made the song, this says, he said, don't go back, don't go further, come back. The song is come back. And then I have a history to tell you. I have a story to tell you. When Buddha Shakyamuni came in India, at that time, I was called Chandra Prabha Kumara. At that time, I requested the Samadhi Raja Sutra, and Buddha talked to us for days. And then Buddha asked all the assembly who will promote these teachings, and I accepted. And then that time, you also guys promised to help me. This is the time now to promote the teachings. There's no more profound teachings than that what we have, the Mahamudra. There's no any teachings that like 6 years Narupa than what we have, no other place. I also, as a physician, Kyobpa, trust with the teacher. The disciples, the friends of the disciples, Sangha member we have, there's no greater than we have here. So don't go farther, come back. After Kyobpa said this song, then they were so happy. Our Guru said, come back. Let's go back to see. It's so moving story like that. So that's Kyobpa was the reincarnation of Chandra Prabha Kumara, which was the disciple of Buddha. Then when Buddha said, I will also come during your teachings. Then after that, Kyobpa Jitasubu came, So Jitasubu was the Buddha. See? So that's how. Okay? So our lineages, real great teachers, Many people don't know. They don't know how to say these things. We are so fortunate. The teachings they taught us so precious. As yesterday mentioned, the jewel ornament of liberation. The first learning that taught by Tibetan in Tibet. Afterwards, because of this learning is so precious, so many teachers impressed this Kyobpa. So, Bodhichitta, what is the Bodhichitta's learning? What do you call? The word of perfect, my teacher. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so it's based on the jewel ornament of liberation. Especially Kyobpa's learning. Kun Rinpoche told me this, Have you heard of Kun Rinpoche? I studied jewel ornament of liberation with him for 2 months. So he taught during this time. He was such a great teacher. He is such a knowledgeable. All the different stories and his philosophies and practitioner, and he's the embodiment of Bodhichitta. So he told us about that. That's when Kun Rinpoche was in the 80s. So soon after that, he passed away. So that's first, Kyobpa Gyaltshen Sumgun's history. No later more. We do this. First, now here, as other practices, is a beginning, opening practices, actual practice, and conclusions. First is taking refuge and cultivating Bodhichitta, which is like many other practices. Here we have Vajradhara Lama, embodiment of the three jewels. So here, when you do this practice, you can visualize Gyaltshen Sumgun. You have here, in the front, above in the space, lotus flower, on the lotus, then sun disk, moon disk. On the moon disk, there is sitting Gyaltshen Sumgun, as you have the picture here. And then that's called Vajradhara Lama. So Gyaltshen Sumgun is the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Okay. And see as the nature of wisdom, compassion, inseparable of appearance and emptiness. Okay. So I take refuge in you and will until I attain enlightenment, until I become Buddha. Okay. Refuge is first, most precious. It opens the door for us to practice Dharma. Then at the middle, it is the main practice, whatever you practice, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then at the end, you become the Buddha. So that's how it's important. And then this is taking refuge. Then cultivating the Bodhichitta, as we talked about. Sentient beings, victim of confused projection, suffering. So this you see, as we have talked about. All the sentient beings in the samsara, they are so confused into their ignorance, delusions. Everything is impermanent, but we perceive as a permanent. Everything is interdependent, interconnected. We perceive as something solid. And our nature is also all uncleanness. We see ourselves as so clean. And there's no any special ego, self exists independently. It's just a label, but we're holding as something. Ego, self is independent. So we are totally entangled within this. It's called confused. And from this confusion, we suffer. So that's what's called confused projection, suffering. Just look at this. True or not, just see. Then from there, I generate a mindset for enlightenment in order to establish you all in the non-abiding state. So I cultivate the Bodhichitta. As we have discussed about the loving kindness, compassion to all the sentient beings. With this mind, then we cultivate the Bodhichitta to establish all sentient beings in the Buddha. And joyfully, with feeling of gratitude, this is the way how to transfer my mind, myself, to help all other sentient beings. Meditate, sing and chant this 3 times. Then visualization, as I described, since it's very short, it doesn't have details, but it expresses the qualities of the Gyaltshen Sumgun. Lord Vajradhara Gyaltshen Sumgun sit on a seat of the 10 strength. Means, as mentioned, basically lotus, santis, montis sitting there. So this here's 10 strength is embodiment of the Buddha's quality. All are things listed here, 10 strength behind this. 10 strength, 4 fearlessnesses, 18 unmixed are listed here. Okay. Anyhow, from the first 10 strength, he has said, the 10 strength of knowing, not this first one, the strength of knowing places and non-places. Means, this what this means, knowing from right to wrong. What's right, what's wrong. Okay. What this means is, when you plant rice or corn, you plant on the ground, and from that seed of corn or rice will grow corn or rice. Nothing else. Cannot grow barley from that. Will not grow poison from that. No? So strictly, no. And if you plant the poison will grow. No medicine. No. It's very strictly. So Buddha said this, Buddha knowing exactly what cause of the peace and happiness, what cause of the suffering, without any confusion, without any mistake. That's only Buddha's wisdom can identify. No. Special these Buddhas, even 10 booming Bodhisattvas cannot explain that. So all this strength, you read and then you study, you can find more. So the 10 strength and 4 fearlessnesses. One of the 4 fearlessnesses, what here you have no fear of proclaiming for himself all that is to be discarded has been discarded. Means all the non-virtues, obscurations, Buddha said, I purify. And he has no fear to say that. Yes, nobody can come and say you are not purified. When Buddha said, I know everything that exists in the world, but there's no fear to say that. Because nobody can come and say you have not achieved this quality. So fearlessnesses, so there are 4 fearlessnesses. And then 4 fearlessnesses and 18 unmixed dharmas. This you can see here. No fear, okay. Here. The Tathagata does not have confusion, you see. No inner confusions. Okay. No any mistakes can make. Totally direct, precise. And does not have for forgetfulness. Buddha doesn't forget anything. No dementia, okay? Precisely. It's something amazing, isn't it? Buddha never forgets. Everything in the world that exists precisely can explain. All the details. does not lose of meditative equipoise, you see. He's always in a meditative state. That's why he never forgets. So this rest you can read this way, study, So when you practice loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta every day, it will be real, you will get good not to have dementia. Even there may be slower. We have the dementia, Alzheimer's disease. We forget so easily. It's because our mind is so busy on this, that, one after another. When we are chasing one, we forget that. When we are chasing that, we forget that. Just one thing. The next thing is, sometimes we have long, what we call depressions. Depression causes dementia. You forget everything when you're depressed. You cannot think anything. See, then sometimes we are traumatized to society. Lot of fears. And you can't sleep. So this all the modern, the technologies, what they cause, is really disturbs the mind of the people. Because of this, it causes to forget. Then dementia and Alzheimer's disease. See. So if you practice loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta every day, it keeps your mind calm, peaceful. If things go wrong, you have compassion, you have loving kindness, extend that to others. And that really helps so much to keep your mind peaceful. When the mind is more peaceful, it's clear, precise. So this is the effects. And as mentioned, like Rinpoche, he was famous, never forgetting. If somebody met him a few years ago and he asked, what's your name? Then they say, my name is such. After some years, they come to see him again. He will just curse, oh, you are this. How many people he meets? So many people come to see him, but he never forgets.
They say the elephant never forgets.
Yeah.
Is there a Tibetan elephant story about forgetting?
Yeah, I know. The elephant is always very calm, Yeah. So then there's somebody asked, maybe he has some magic, not forget, She said, Rinpoche, what should I do not to forget? He said, be mindful. So these things, anyway, there are 32 of this. These are special Buddha's quality. The 10 strength, 4 fearlessness, and 18 unmixed quality. These is a special Buddha's quality. Even Bodhisattvas, they don't have complete of these qualities.
Is that the reason maybe so many people have dementia? Because
yes.
They're not mindful.
They are not mindful.
The Western world.
We have too much going in the mind, traumatized.
And depression, you said, creates also depression creates.
Yeah, depressed. Then sometimes we are so depressed. Sometimes we are so traumatized. Sometimes we are so much anger, hatred, strong attachment. These things, cause to mind to forget. So we see this mind, so we purified, and yesterday I mentioned the 3 poisons, 5 poisons, purify them, minimize them, slowly, just meditate. And you find so peaceful. One of my teachers in Drikung, Till Monastery, he was called Rinpoche. He was also, I met him when he was 86. Because he's aging, where he's expressing it, the words are not so clear. But his memory is so precise. He can quote from here and then everywhere. There's no inner signs of forgetting. So these great teachers, you see. So this is Dharmakaya, okay? Judicial embodiment of Dharmakaya. And next said, measure unmixed dharmas with the measure and manner marks of love, compassion, and bodhicitta, radiating light, radiating rays of light. This is Sambhogaya. Okay. There are 32 measure marks, then with the 80. So this all are the product of loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta to benefit sentient beings. So it is the Sambhogaya. Then next, and non-conceptual enlightened activities reaching all migrators equally. If I should say, the nature and manner mark that Sambhogaya as well as Nirmanakaya. Okay, Nirmanakaya. Please say first Dharmakaya and measure and manner marks of love, compassion, and bodhicitta, radiating rays of light, Sambhogaya and Nirmanakaya, both together. Okay. And then the non-conceptual enlightened quality activities reaching all migrators to this is Buddha's activities until the end of the samsara. So his embodiment of Buddha, Dharmakaya, Sambhogaya, Nirmanakaya. All this. Yeah. So you visualize in front of you, above in the space. Then when we chant the mantra, Om Rana Shiri Sarva Siddhi Hum, from Chitta light radiate, light of love, compassion, bodhicitta, from his body to all the sentient beings, including to yourself, and purify the first outer universe, and then purifies all the sentient beings, their suffering and cause of suffering, and they are transformed into enlightened state. So we just meditate that during the chanting the mantra. And this mantra is very short. When you do other Guriya and Jidusums, long mantra, Om Namo Guru Benza Drika Diri Loja Nada Rana Shiri Mula Guru Mahamudra Siddhi Para Hum. And here we have Om Rana Shiri Sarva Siddhi Hum. Rana Shiri is his personal name. Sarva means all, Sanskrit, all, Sarva. Siddhi, achievement, attainment, including Mahamudra here. Okay. Mahamudra and all that we do to achieve excellent qualities to all the Buddhas. So may I and all sentient beings attain to all the excellent qualities the Buddhas are supposed to achieve. So that's how. The next blessing supplications, you see, brief explaining his qualities. Down here we can see, you are the Buddha's Nagakula Paradipa and the Dharmakaya of the past. You were the Buddha of the past. Just for example, Buddha, Nagakula Paradipa, and Dharmakaya. So, I have a book, this book, you know this book. You have this copy? Should have. Oh. See, this calling to the Lama from afar. This translation, I have translated a lot of his life stories and some of his teachings here. And in here, dual ornament, 20 verses of praise, supplication, praise to Buddha, Lord, meaningful to behold here. See page 60. This is written by his disciple, one of his disciples, Jiang Sharab. If you have heard of Gongji, he compiled all the teaching into one text called Gongji. So he wrote many abstract of Jiktasum. Here, if I read here from this, previously, countless kalpas in the past, the Father, the Lord of the world, Jiddusungun, was the King of all Buddhas, was born as the Dharma King, the ruler of the 1,000 universes, whose name was called Tsipki Mukyu, during his name of the king, Tsipki Mukyu. He was the father of 1,001 princes. While practicing one night, he achieved Buddhahood. The heart of enlightenment, became the Lord, the King of the Buddhas, whose name was Lurikjoma in Tibetan. Sanskrit, this Nagakula Paradipa in Sanskrit. So he was called the Jinshiba Lurikjoma. After that, he saw that it was the time to tame these princes. To the entire gather of his son, he gave extensive teachings on the death, impermanence, karma cause, and the result, and the forms of the samsara according to the Four Noble Truths. 1,000 of his sons gradually became monks and perfectly uphold the morality of renunciation. So this story goes like this, you see. That's how so soon goes, the story goes down there. And then she said that thing, and Gyaltshen, one of the Jidusumu's disciples, he was the one of the son there. So Jidusum said, I am one who was then the Tathagata Lurutama Nakakula Pradipā. You Jidusum Chunding are the one who was the youngest son. So Jidusum explained all this in time. So this story. And Buddha Devankara of the past, so this story of how Jidusumpa was in the past. Maitreya of the future is also Jidusumpa. And Shakyamuni of the present, as mentioned, Jidusumpa was Shakyamuni. Rebirth, Jidusumpa is the rebirth of Nagarjuna, the peerless Ranashiri. Lord Jidusumpa, I supplicate you. So we said this prayer 3 times. And next, the two is enough. One is Nakakula Paradipā, Devankara, and the next Buddha Shakyamuni as the Jidusumpa's. Jidusumpa's reincarnation of all those Buddhas. So after explanation, when we chant the mantra, light radiates into all sentient beings with a strong devotion, confidence. And after that we receive the empowerment. So empowerment and dissolutions. Light rays emanate from the Lama's body, speech and mind, dissolve into my 4 places, thereby purifying the 4 obscurations, bestowing the 4 empowerments, and planting the seed to the 4 kayas. So this during the empowerment ceremony. So when you there, you can meditate, just relax, calm your mind, and visualize very precisely. And then from Jidusumpa's forehead, white light emanate, dissolve into your forehead. That light dissolves into your body, permeates. During that time, you meditate all your physical obscurations, dissolve, purify totally. And that time you can meditate. If you have any hidam, if you practice charasi, dara, so you can become that. Either charasi, dara, whatever you have, it's okay. Vajrayogini, Sambhara, you transform to that. So your body is inseparable of the appearance and emptiness. So it's called base empowerment. The empowerment is called base empowerment. Purification of the body, fully purified. And then you're planting the seed to achieve the Dharmakaya, Buddha. Seed. Then next, from Gyaltshen's throat, a red light manifests. The red light is the embodiment of all the Buddha's speech dissolved at your throat and pervades your entire body, especially at the throat, purify all the obscurations, negative karmas that were created through the speech, fully purified. And this empowerment is called secret empowerment. Okay? Receive the secret empowerment. As I mentioned, the empowerment is called secret empowerment, purifying the obscuration of speech. And you plant the seed of the Sambhogakaya, Buddha's enjoyment body to achieve. Then from Gyaltshen's heart level, blue light, pristine blue light emanate. That blue light represents all the Buddha's wisdom mind dissolved at your heart. Meditate all the obscurations of the mind, all the delusions of the mind, fully purified. And also negative karmas related to the mind are also purified. Your mind becomes like a nature of the space. And that's called purifying the mind. And the name of the empowerment is called the wisdom empowerment. And you plant the seed to achieve the Dharmakaya. And then from Gyaltshen's navel, yellow light emerge, which is the embodiment of all the body, speech, mind of all the Buddhas dissolved at your navel. Purify all the subtle obscurations of the body, speech, mind, totally purify. So this wisdom is called, this empowerment is called the word empowerment, precious word empowerment. And purifying all the subtle obscurations. And we plant the seed to achieve the Kaya, the natural body of all the Buddhas. So this is all purification, purify step by step. And as I mentioned, in those times, you just meditate your body's illusory nature, inseparable appearance and emptiness. Then after that, see, the Lama then dissolved into me. My mind is natural luminosity and peace. Then Gyaltshen with the throne, lotus flower, all dissolve into light. That light dissolves into you from the crown of the head, pervades your entire body. Meditate all the subtle obscurations are totally purified. You as that yidam dissolved into emptiness. Meditate. And your mind and Buddha's mind are now inseparable. Means your total obscurations are purified. Meditate, your mind is now Buddha's mind, no separation. It's called luminosity, emptiness. It's the indivisible of the wisdom and compassion. And just relax the mind there as it is. And as I mentioned, you meditate, all your mental obscurations are totally purified. So that's the absolute Mahamudra state. See? So this you can do in the morning, when you get up, before, if you're working or anything, or also before going to bed, you can meditate, reflect on this, and practice of loving kindness, compassion, bodhichitta. All this encompasses. They help each other to purify. And that's especially now when you die, when you are going to die, you know this, you may not have much energy chanting a lot of prayers. So this is just simply visualize Gyaltshen and say a few words of supplications, and then you receive these 4 empowerments step by yourself. If there's nobody around you, and Gyaltshen dissolves into you, and you become inseparable, and just simply meditate there, without any other obstacles, hindrances. Just make your mind calm, peaceful. Just be mindful. If you die with this is called Dharmakaya power. It's called Dharmakaya power. There are so many power, because your mind is united with the Buddha's mind. See, this is so precious, during your living time, for the practices to enhance the practice. So as I mentioned, Gyaltshen is the essence of the Vajrayana practice. This is called why Vajrayana is so effective, It's not that there's some magic, There's nothing magic, but this Buddha very skillfully explained how to practice this, to transform. Just in a few minutes, you get all the opportunity to transform, to purify. It touches your Buddha nature. See. So then you can, as a regular practitioner, you can meditate there. Just relax. Don't be too tense. Sometimes you are so careful, you want to become so tense. It's not good. Relax. Just leave as it is. It's kind of uncontrived, unfabricated, and it's called unconfined. Unconfined, freedom, unconfined, as vast as the space. Just meditate there. So during the time of Gyaltshen, so many his disciples doing this meditation, and they achieved very high realization. So after whatever you want to do meditation, as long as you want, you can relax. Okay? No need to think right or wrong. Am I doing right or am I doing wrong? Don't disturb your mind this way. Just simply relax there. So there's called no expectation, no fear. Every day negative thought rises, look at it, and when you look at directly to their thoughts, and that dissolves to nowhere. It's come from nowhere and dissolves to nowhere. Like a bubble comes from the water and dissolves into water. Nowhere to go. We just let it be that way. It's called effortless, no effort. We always have to make so much effort working to do this right or this wrong. That's all. We're so designed on that. So we're so habituated on this. Am I doing right or am I not doing right? All this and that, you know. We're so concerned about these things. But here, this all, just let this all into that state. That's called deconstruct all the habits of the samsara. Then after meditating as long as you want, then after that, if you want to get out of this session, you do this dedication here. Through both the innate, as we did this afternoon, this morning, through the innate root, innate virtue, and the virtue of accumulating in the 3 times by all samsara and the nirvana, may I and all sentient beings, feeling space, none left out, realized, co-emergent, ultimate reality. This means Mahamudra. Okay? Co-emergent, co-emergent, ultimate reality. Co-emerge, what means co-emerge? All the thoughts are just co-emerge. Just rise, it just rise by itself. Well, it's rising, that itself is nothing but empty. We should recognize that. Let it dissolve into that state. If you think right or wrong or this, then it becomes like ripples in the water. More bubbles will come. But if you let go, let dissolve into that, co-emerge, ultimate reality, then ultimate reality is that whatever manifests in the mind, co-emerge, let it dissolve into this state. Mahamudra. And attain the final stage of non-abidance in existence of peace. Existence is samsara, and peace is partial nirvana, Sharavanga nirvana. So non-abiding means Buddhahood. Okay? So they attain the final stage of non-abidance, actually the Buddhahood, without the 2 extremes. Okay. So this is a very short explanation of this short prayer. Any questions, discussions we need?
Khenchen, I have a question about, so it seems like some of this, and especially when we're talking about really feeling the loving kindness and the compassion and the bodhicitta and like getting the feeling sense, and sometimes the prayers, I'm wondering if we were to do opening and closing prayers or some of the prayers in our own words, is that considered a fault because we're not enlightened, so we'll use the wrong words? I mean, I've always been encouraged to use the words as they're written by the enlightened ones.
That's right.
Sometimes like our own words might help bring up more feeling.
It's also possible. But this, as you mentioned, these are written by the enlightened masters.
Yes.
And they're put together into such essence of the teachings put together.
Yes.
There's so many texts written, There's so many. But the prayers they put together is essence, heart essence of those teachings.
But then to speak someone else's words is sort of feels separate. Does that make sense?
Separate.
Separate. emotionally separate. This is somebody else's words, I say these words, I say these words, I say these words, rather than I am dedicating
Yeah,
all sentient beings, like
Yeah.
from my words, my heart. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Sometimes you can, generally you do that. Besides this, like meditation, generally in your life you see, you can use your own feeling, with the, you see, conjunction with the meaning of the Dharma. Yes, that's besides this.
Do this, yeah.
Like in your own world, when you see somebody's going on or something's happening in your life, then that time you should use your own. Like Milarepa, he just simultaneously, he just comes up, special words,
Yeah.
and then when we chant that, it feels so kind of moving, it's moving the mind, it helps, like in the Shudgurya text I have, one, all together we have one. Maybe I say, Pani, maybe you have, yeah. Yeah, just you read the Vajradhara section. Vajradhara, after the mantra, you read there.
So let's see how different, or do you want the Vajradhara or the?
Vajradhara.
Okay.
Vajradhara, the first one,
Lord, precious Buddha of the three times, with longing mind, I one pointedly take refuge in you. For the benefit of all mother sentient beings who wander in samsara, I generate loving kindness, compassion, and supreme bodhicitta.
Then mantra,
And then it's
Om Namo Guru.
but it's the short one. Om Namo Guru Desra Drik, Mahamudra
Siddhapala,
Mahamudra. But I learned the long one, which was
Yes, long one.
Namo Guru Desra
Yeah.
Trilokinata Brahma, Sri Guru Mahamudra Siddhapala.
Now after that,
The supplication.
supplication, yes.
Tightly bound by the iron chains of karma and afflictions, the waves of my suffering are unceasing. O precious Guru, please look upon me now. I have no other refuge but you.
It's like that, you see. That makes such emotional feeling, I am totally tied up with my negative thoughts and the karma. Because of this, the suffering just manifests unceasingly. And I have no other refuge except you. Please take me.
Can you use those words when a deity?
Yeah.
Can we use a
Yes,
a
you
thing
can
that
use,
we
yes,
use
you
that,
can,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
if I'm doing
Exactly.
Utara, then I can use this and put it here.
Oh yes, you can use that.
Okay, so it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like the whole
But you
text.
don't have to be there.
Okay.
So if you feel this makes you feeling more, more connection. I'm totally tight by the habit of the negative thoughts and the karma. And because of this, suffering is unceasing. So I have no other refuge except you. Then it just, you feel so. Then you chant to this, and then it's just sometimes tears build in your eyes.
Yeah, this is really heart opening.
Yeah.
Really, you feel the connection, your heart to Vajradhara.
Exactly.
But, I guess it's personal because of words sometimes, but some words are much more
Yeah.
heart opening.
than others, yeah, sometimes some of the time. So what is that?
This is a beautiful book, and it consists all these different practices, and it's Khenchen Konchog. It's available through the website in Madison, or this little one, How to Live in Happiness.
Oh.
So he's got all the different visualizations here for Gyaltshen Sungun, but for Marpa and Madrupa and Milarepa. So this is really gung-ho, but this is a wonderful.
Yes, there's a 6 of them.
And the title is The Treasury of All Blessings, Practices of Purifying Obscurations and Revealing the Innate Nature. I think this was published just a year or two ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really invaluable, and it's just this little booklet. It's wonderful because you can take it on an airplane.
What is the website?
You can take a picture with your phone. And if you order it, they'll send it right to you.
Someone posted a link in the Zoom meeting.
Yes.
I just sent you the picture.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's just it's Vajrapub. Good old Vajrapub.
Butter pop.
Yeah, it's Vajra patience.
Yeah.
I think if you have any of these books, the address is
It'll be in there, yeah, I'm familiar with Vajrapub, I just
Yeah.
didn't know about the Madison.
Yeah, they have a lot on there.
So there's an online question from Lobsang.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a long mantra or just Om Aratna Shri Sarva Siddhi Om? I think he's referring to like Lama Chopa that you were.
The Lama Chöpa said, if they want, they can use Lama Chöpa mantra.
Right, so
Yeah.
Lama Chopa is the long version of.
We learn,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I believe there. Oh yeah. Okay. Also, does Gyaltshen Sungun transform into Vajradhara, or does he stay as he is in the instructions?
What that mean? Gyaltshen Sungun transform?
Yeah, I'll read it again. Also, does Gyaltshen Sungun transform into Vajradhara?
No, Gyaltshen Sungun himself is Buddha, so no need to transform.
Okay.
He's already achieved Buddhahood.
There's one more if you are ready to answer that one. It, also from Lobsang. What is meant by roots of virtue? What are the roots?
All the virtues called roots.
All the virtues are called roots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Root virtue, the root causing effect.
Oh, because they
From that root
provide, yeah.
provides all the results.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes, this now I'm teaching everywhere, wherever I go. You know? And many people like this, they are liking it, so it's very nice. It's very handy, this. Okay. We relax and then we chant this once in Tibetan and twice in English. Yeah. Konchog no, not that. Konchog Lama Doroche Embodiment of the three jewels, I take refuge in you and will until I attain enlightenment. Sentient beings, victims of confused projection suffering, I generate the mindset for enlightenment in order to establish you all in the non-embodied state. Dalai Lama, embodiment of the three jewels, I take refuge in you and will until I attain enlightenment. Sentient beings, victims of confused projection suffering, I generate the mindset for enlightenment in order to establish you all in the non-embodied state. Doro je changwa je de sung gun shan, chen dan da sen jo zen be ye se chu, chen le do me hu wa da la ya, chen le do me wo we do do. Lord Mahadara sits on the seat of the 10 strengths, 4 fearlessnesses, and 18 unlimited dharmas, with the major and minor marks of love, compassion, and bodhichitta, radiating rays of light, non-conceptual enlightened activities, reaching all migrators equally. Om Rana Shri Sarvasiddhi Om Rana Shri Sarvasiddhi Om Rana Shri Sarvasiddhi Sarvasiddhi Through both the innate virtue and that, oh, that's right. Oh, sorry. First, we have get these empowerment, sorry. We chant the mantra, now come to the empowerment here. No, before it's called empowerment and dissolution, you see? Okay. La me go san to le se tu da ne se te be te da wang xue le do gu xue sa bu zhen Lama Rande Rase
Like rays emanate from the Lama's body, speech, and mind, and dissolve into my four places, thereby purifying the four observations, bestowing the four endowments, and planting the seeds of the four kayas. The Lama then dissolves into myself. My mind is natural luminosity and emptiness.
dedication.
Through both the innate virtue and the virtue accumulated in the many times by all in samsara and nirvana, may I and all sentient beings filling space and none left out, realize the co-emergent ultimate reality, maintain the final state of non-violence and existence for peace.
Okay. Yes, we left this blessing supplication. You are pointing out it.
It's okay, we get it.
I will chant this in Tibetan, okay? So that we know. We don't want to miss, you know. This is, otherwise, sometimes when you do, oh, he didn't say this, now let's move on. We don't want to do that. Sometimes a little bit jumping, you know. So I will say in Tibetan, okay? Chanting this melody, you just listen. When you chant that, then you can say Tibetan once or 3 times, it's your choice, you know. And then English, okay? Konchog de lama dro je chai chanchu barato me de jasu jin chuna du ke narawe do wanam me ne sana gujre sem do Konchog de lama dro je chai chanchu barato me de jasu jin chuna du ke narawe do wanai mene sana gujre sem gedon Konchog de lama dro je chai chanchu barato me de jasu jin chuna du ke narawe do wanai mene sana gujre sem Doro je jawa je de so gun shai do ju me je ma de la jun chan je sem jo sem be se tron tele do me nam ge da Moirana jir zarawase de Moirana jir zarawase de Moirana jir zarawase de Moirana jir zarawase de Moyo repeat any amount. De lore chena maramenze ma chamba da sha do lo Okay. Now we're done correctly. So you will see, it's very concise, short, but you can extend as long as you want. And if you're busy, you can make it shorter and do practice this way. You get such a great benefit. As you purify, you do this all empowerments. You take time for the empowerment, step by step, First purify your body, and then speak, and then the mind, and then the heart, then it's all together, the four empowerment. The four empowerments, the ultimate Vajrayana practice, Sutra and Tantra. So that you receive this four empowerment during the initiation. So it is here. And as I mentioned, this real is the essence of the Vajrayana practice. Through this, we have a great opportunity to realize Mahamudra as mind, as it is. So develop this strong devotion to this enlightened being. So it is as all the embodiment of the Buddhas, all the great teachers you have, inseparable. Yeah. One nature. So you just this way just develop your strong devotion. And then just dissolve all the blessings into you through these four empowerments. And then you just meditate there. And as mentioned, at any time, and then especially at the time of death, when you're dying, that time, you just, if you have some good teachers around you, of course you ask their support, their help. If not, then you just totally just use your mind come together with full confidence, with joy. I have this such precious teaching, meditation practice. Now I can just focus on this without any scheduling what to do, what not to do, fears, doubts, there's no. So you get rid of all those things, just focus this. Because all our past great masters, they have done this way. They accomplished such a great benefit from these practices. So this is called relevant of the Dharma teachings, even in these 21st centuries. Okay, do you have any other discussions you need? It's also in this book you have, Laura, these explanations are in that book too. Yeah.
Is your home address in Wisconsin, Madison in here?
Oh.
We can look up your website in Madison? Your website in Madison?
It's Vajra Club.
But him,
Vajra.
for his teachings, for your teachings, like if I wanna hook into Madison via Zoom.
In medicine, yeah, you look at that thing, then they don't have special. I'm not so much associated with the group there.
Oh, okay.
So I just stay by myself.
So I just look, you and the 100,000 Bodhisattvas.
Yeah,
So I just look here and look up you?
I told them, I'm retired.
Do you teach on Zoom though? Do you?
I haven't done this year because I was quite busy, and I was resting January, and then in February I went to Vietnam whole month, and then March and part of April I was in India.
Oh my gosh.
Giving teachings there. So then from there, April 7th, I from India came to US. So I need maybe about 10 days to adjust the time, time zone, all this,
I think so.
because I'm old, Then after that, I was asked to come to GBI, as an institute,
Oh, okay.
You see, and then rest of the April gone there. Beginning of this May, I was in Upper Cookie. Now I'm here.
I'm so glad you're here.
You
Thanks
see?
for being there. Can't keep track.
Yeah. See. Now I go back. Try to have some plan to rest.
Good.
They asked me to give talk on. I shot one very short, concise kind of nothing. How to live in happiness. So they asked me, can you talk on this? But we have not set up the dates. Then after that, in June 20, 21st, 22nd, I have a plan in Maryland.
Nice.
TMC. Then right after that, we have few people in Baltimore. They asked me there that weekend. And right after that, I was asked to Boston. In beginning of July. And July 9th, I was asked to come to Rochester, New York.
Oh, yeah.
See?
So these other centers,
Huh?
you may or may not know, but these other centers, do they have, like Brennan was able to get online so people could,
I don't know.
you don't know? So, yeah. All right, so you can look up Drikung Boston, you can look up Drikung, TMC.
TMC, Boston,
If they have,
Boston.
if you want to get online to
Yes.
follow your teachings, we can follow you around that way if we
Yeah.
can't buy the plane tickets. And
Yeah.
Going on
Rochester,
tour.
they call White Lotus Center something.
Yes.
Yeah. Baltimore don't have center.
Oh.
It's just still, can't you say,
Seedling.
it's I don't know,
So your home base is Madison is just an illusion?
for the time being.
Oh, okay. You're never there, man.
Yes,
There's a house waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just checking.
in the samsara, there's no permanent address.
Everything becomes a teaching, you know?
Yeah.
Some online people say a bunch of stuff, like, thank you once again, wonderful teaching, Rinpoche, thank you for the teaching, Rinpoche. DK, DC, and Madison will post most of this teaching schedule in the States, anyway. Madison Dharma Group meets Monday at 3:30 PST. Please contact Sister Somo at DKDC there if you'd like to join. Drikung Kaju Dharma Circle in Madison, Wisconsin. So, he's everywhere.
So Khenchen, so I guess your home is Om.
Drikung Kaju Dharma Circle.
When
Home
I'm
sounds
my
like
home,
home.
when I'm here, this is my home.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a bit there, because I can live there, and the Patty, she feeds me. That's my home, When I'm in the upper cookie, they feed me, and I stay there. That's my home.
The cowboys, the cowboys.
Yes,
They used to say, my home is where my boots are.
that's right.
Yeah.
My boots
And my
are
horse too, I
my
guess.
your horse. That's right. Yes. So I just do these things for service of those interested in Dharma, first of all. And for the service to Buddha. The Buddha, as you know, Buddha taught all those precious teachings. Really to help such beings. Not making anything special, this is something special, chakra, channel, all these things, and all these, magic powers, Buddha didn't teach all these things. Buddha taught first Four Noble Truths, Buddha didn't teach right at the beginning, emptiness, everything is the highest view, highest these things. He just said this. First he taught Four Noble Truths. Then from there he explained one after another, going to places, helping individuals. Then when practitioners grow up, understanding Dharma, more matured, so first he said everything is impermanent, including in their Four Noble Truths, and people are more prepared, understanding of expanding of loving kindness, compassion, more expand. And Bodhichitta taught. Then after this, everything is emptiness. But he teaches this is empowerment, I give you this highest empowerment, this highest powerful deities. He teaches those things. First you see, everything is emptiness. And within emptiness, everything functions. There's no separations. You progress into emptiness, not just one. There's so many steps of emptiness. Emptiness, the great emptiness, the supreme emptiness, all-pervading emptiness. There are many steps, And then especially Bodhichitta is called profundity and vastness. All the Bodhicittas, loving kindness, compassion, 6 parameters, all those is called vastness. So vast teaching, And all these things are within the emptiness. It's profundity, profound. There's no separation. See, understand that. Then you see, then it gives you such understanding. Then all these are emotions, negative emotions, as we were talking about, the poisons, mental poisons has no place to remain, purify. You didn't go step by step towards, the 10 bhumis, 5 paths. See, when you achieve the 8th bhumi, then you are totally qualified to receive all the Vajrayana teachings.
The 8th bhumi?
But now we are just without knowing anything, without even refuge, you give all the empowerments,
Yes.
So it's the conduit. People cannot digest. Teachings are distorted. They don't know what is going on. What's the empowerment? Put the vase on your head, as mentioned, and throw a few drops of water, you receive the empowerment. This is so powerful. So Buddha taught that way, So that's why I try to teach what we can do, what we can digest, And every day in busy life, loving kindness practice, compassion practice, bodhicittas are so relevant. We can do it. We can digest it. When we face difficult life, you can relate to it. Otherwise, the high view is there, you're taught high view, everything is all high view, there's nothing, But then when you go through all the trauma, how you can handle within this high view? Totally distance yourself and the teachings. Cannot handle, That is, how I should handle these things. So first you do this, study this, practice this, all the causalities, And then it gives you such a ground, the basic ground understanding. That's most important. Jesus says, he said, the prerequisite are more important than the actual practice. Without prerequisite practice, actual practice, high, which means high, which they cannot do so much for you. Said, yes.
How do you view giving and taking? How do you view Tonglen?
Oh?
How do you view
Tonglen, yeah, Tonglen.
Where does it fit in?
Tonglen, there are different practices, you see. This is also very important. I taught some other places. I'm sure you know. Generally, when you practice, when you study the 7, the 7-point practice of the mind training.
Oh, yeah.
You know those. When you go through these teachings, then when you come to the real Tonglen means receiving, sending, So what the teacher will teach you. So this is Tonglen practice. Now you say, look at all the suffering of the sentient beings, the problem of the sentient beings, the confusion of all the sentient beings around in the world. So you breathe in all into you through the nostril, like black color, white something. And then just comes to your heart, give to your ego or something, It is this. And you send your love and compassion to all others. Teach you that way. Have you got those things?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is right? Or there's some little different?
No, that's what we were taught.
The same?
Yeah.
What I'm talking is same?
Yeah.
The other teachers?
Yes.
Okay. There you have to be very careful. Yes, according to the text, that's right. But we have to understand the real beginners and more advanced practitioners of this. For beginners, if you do this like we are, as we are, very fragile. We are very fragile, Very easy to fall down, If we, as a beginner, if you take the sufferings, confusions into you, and after some time you are depressed. But you don't know why you are depressed. Sometimes your suffering is so much in the world, and how much you can take it. Here I'm such a fragile person, practitioner. Can I digest all those suffering into me? You cannot. You see. So there, Lord Gyaltshen, he suggested, he said, this, when you do this, you may face difficulties. As I mentioned, you are depressed. Then you're totally not interested in practice. So I cannot do any. I give up. You give up Dharma teachers. May happen. So in such case, what you do is, this is a measure, when we have problems, we ourselves. Sometimes we have health problems, we have sometimes all these emotional problems, sometimes there's a strong desire, attachment, sometimes there's a strong anger, sometimes there's a hatred, sometimes many lot of things can happen, At those times, what you do is, my suffering or physical pain that I have enough ability to purify all the suffering of sexual pains. See, that it's very safe. Or if you have strong attachment comes to mind, what to do? I have such a desire, attachment, what should I do, So you're just looking, at that time, just be mindful, meditate. My attachment, desire that I have enough ability to purify all the attachment of the sentient beings. See? My desire that I have enough ability to purify all the desire of the sentient beings and their suffering. You see? When you have anger, hatred, so you want to kill, so some such, you want to just break your cup on the ground, So, that time, you just sit back, reflect. The anger that I have, this may have enough ability to purify the anger of all the sentient beings they have. And after each of those times, when you read that, may they have all the peace and happiness. May they free from all the suffering. And may they cultivate the Bodhichitta. You see, each, doing this. And this works as the same as in that book, in the Tonglen practice. But It's very safe way to do this. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
This is very safe. This is so precious. So I'm so happy you asked that. It's very good. See, he given, Jidisuma gives, some teachers say, oh, you are Bodhisattva, you have to do this, you have to do this, you talk to Bodhisattvas, wow, you have to sacrifice yourself, you give up your head, Jidisuma said, no, wait a minute. Practitioners, beginners, little more advanced, very advanced, the steps you have to understand, he said. At the beginner, we as a beginner, first we have to cherish ourselves, means protect ourselves. Let grow, let mature ourselves. Once we practice the Bodhicittas more, develop greater and greater, and then your Bodhicitta practices becoming strong, especially with the compassion and emptiness. You see, compassion and emptiness combined. You see everything is emptiness. At the same time, we talk about the non-referential compassion, these things, they're combined together. And then you become so strong, and you can do more. They equalize, you and I and all rest are same. First, we're not same. I'm more vulnerable to I have to protect myself more. So it's giving example as a medicinal tree. A medicinal tree that can grow a giant tree, but it's coming from the ground with a few leaves. If you just say, oh, this is medicine, if you just took that much benefit and all destroyed. But let grow that with a lot of fences protected, and just put the water and all this is to protect from the cold, protect from the heat, let grow. Then when it becomes a giant tree, then the heat will not affect, the cold will not affect, and then it's so strong tree, and then from there, you could use the tree, the leaves, the branches, the flowers, the fruits. You can use so much from the tree to help others. So we are like, right now, we are very fragile Bodhisattva, Bodhicitta practitioner, So just first you just cultivate the mind, he said. Cultivate now, as we're talking about, all the sentient beings as limitless as a space. Maximize your mind. Then let grow yourself. Then there comes you have no fear to do anything. As we were talking about yesterday, I told from gift, if you first you have difficult to giving, from right you give a fruit to the left to then after some you are more kind of trained on that, giving some insignificance to others, so this you feel it's okay, I can give this, and then it's bigger and bigger and bigger. Then after all, you can give anything. Then even you can give your body, So you understand? This is very precious practice, teaching. Always abstain harming others first. Abstain from harming others. This is first important. Then on the basis of that, you just do what you can to help others. Okay, that's it.